In this video, we are going to break down 10 risk management strategies specifically focused on reducing your directors and officers' liability. Here we go. Hi, Ryan Hanley here, founder and president of Rogue Risk, where we do insurance differently, specifically by giving you knowledge and information to make the right insurance decision. If you find value in this video, please tap that like button. It helps more people like yourself find this video. Okay, so we have a 40-page, everything you could possibly need to know about directors and officers insurance guide that you can download. There's a link in the description to this video, right below this video. Click that link, download it, it's free. You can use it, talk to your board members, talk to other executives, talk through people in your, in your organization that need to know. And I'm just using one of the pages from that to talk through this video to you, so I don't miss anything. But this guide is free, so just know that you can do that. Today, I want to talk through 10 specific risk management strategies. All of them are outlined in that guide, free guide, remember, down below. And the reason is these strategies, if you even do a few of these things, you will greatly reduce the chance of ever having to deal with a director's and officer's liability claim against your company, which is a nightmare. D&O is one of the most complex and misunderstood policies in all of insurance. And if you can avoid a claim in a D&O situation, you absolutely want to. It's not like a slip, trip, fall in your store. Not too much you can do. Insurance is really built for that kind of stuff. And as much as you never want anyone to get hurt in that situation, the policies respond quickly, very straightforward. D&O is complex. So let's try to avoid that. Here's some things you can do. Okay, so first, provide training on negligence and liability. Have your directors and officers understand their responsibilities. I'm going to put a link to a video right here. It's another YouTube video. If you're interested, it breaks down the 3 duties or / responsibilities that directors and officers have in an organization and how it relates to directors and officers insurance. So if you're interested, watch that video. But having them understand the negligence and liability associated with their position, very, very important. Okay, ensure that directors and officers are actually aware of all the risks that they've taken by deciding to do this job, which are extensive. Most people just, sure, I'll take that board seat, that sounds fun, and they don't actually know what they're getting into. And just by making them aware, oftentimes they'll be more careful, more thoughtful, and adhere closely to the responsibilities that they actually have. Establish the company's interests. And what this means is understand your processes. Understand what is your responsibility. Understand what is the mission, what are you trying to do, what is the role of these directors and officers. Make sure that anything that make sure you're understanding what risk exposures are to the business as a whole. Because again, a lot of uncovered losses can come back and be brought back to directors and officers. So make sure you have a proper insurance program in place and that you're aware of what the highest risk exposures are, many of which are actually your employees. Implement policies and procedures that directors and officers can follow, so that kind of like, this isn't necessarily the best term, but like idiot-proof your directors and officers positions, so that they know what to do, they know where to be at what time, they know what they can do, what they can't do, who they can talk to, who they can't talk to, what they can say, what they can't say, so that there's no question and there's a firm understanding and expectation. Make sure that you consult legal counsel anytime you make decisions. Right? Any big decisions, any systemic or organization-wide decisions that you're making, make sure you consult a lawyer or an attorney to make sure that you can actually do these things and you're not setting yourself up for failure. Document your decisions. That's a huge one. Huge, huge, huge. Document the things you do, because if there's ever a question, you can fall back on notes or minutes from a meeting or email exchanges or any type of white papers that you put out on organizational direction. All that type of material, all that documentation can help you in the event that there actually is a claim. Establish a formal reporting system so that if anything happens that makes directors and officers feel uncomfortable or could potentially lead to a claim, that there's a reporting system for that. That will help as well. Encourage your directors and officers to question things that don't seem to fit company policy, company procedure. You don't want them sitting there thinking that somehow asking questions or being inquisitive or curious could come back to hurt them, or that culturally you don't appreciate it, or they're wasting people's time. Sometimes questioning is going to help you root out or find areas where you could potentially have a claim, and very, very important. And last, make sure that directors and officers know their rights and their obligations. Make sure that they're aware, again, of what their responsibilities are. It is very important that your directors and officers are educated on their role. I mean, really, all of these things come back to communicate, educate, set up systems and processes in place, have a reporting structure, make sure that you're consulting outside legal counsel or any other professional who could potentially add value to a decision that you're making. By doing these things, I know you show up at a board meeting, it's another thing you got to do. It could be taking time away from family or your full-time job or what have you. And a lot of times we rush through things that are seemingly innocuous, and that's when you expose the company to risk, and that's when you ultimately have a claim, which when it comes to D&O claims oftentimes are terrible. So if this is the kind of relationship that you'd like to have with your insurance professional, we would love to help you place your directors and officers insurance, as well as your entire program, if that's what you need. To do that, just give us a call, 518-960-6600. We work in all 50 states, so wherever you are, we can help you out. You can email us at gorogue@roguerisk.com. You can visit us online at roguerisk.com, or I'm sure there's a button or a link somewhere around this video that you contact us. Whichever way you choose. We look forward to working with you.